Kyle, imagine it's been a frustrating last 4 games for you after what must have been the most disappointing of all your sending-offs recently.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating 4 games. Obviously, the results haven't helped that situation. But yeah, like you say, it was a very disappointing sending off, going into an honest tackle, not out of control. It was what it was, and I paid a price for an honest tackle, really. But yeah, it's been frustrating.
And when you've had problems in the past, presumably you can think, well, there's something I need to do differently. You look at this and presumably think, well, didn't realise I had to do them that differently. Yeah,
well, tackling is an art in the game, and it's part and parcel of a midfielder's game, never mind my game. So to take that out of someone's game is going to be, quite hard. If I'm selected Saturday, not to pull out of tackles and stuff like that is going to be key for me.
That said, you're available again. How difficult has it been actually just keeping the fitness topped up, or do you feel that you haven't lost any sharpness?
Not lost sharpness, I don't think. We keep quite busy on the training ground. Russell's had the sessions quite sharp, all football related. So yeah, sharpness wise, I think I'll be okay if I'm selected. And
Cheltenham's record of wins when you're in the team is much better when they're not. So you must feel that actually there is quite a strong case for you being back in the side, isn't there?
No, of course, but you don't put the wins down to a single player or anything like that. So the wins we've got have been collective, and if we win Saturday, that'll be another collective performance, management included.
How difficult is it to turn things around when there might be a little bit of nervousness, but you're not actually that far away from getting over the line and ensuring Football League status for next season?
Of course, I know it was a different league, but it was in the situation last year, obviously different ends of the table, and we managed to keep our nerve and go on and win the league quite comfortably last season. So we've just got to build on that experience. I know it's like I say, it's a different league and we're at the different end of it. I'm sure we can draw on our experience and come through strong.
Has the Gaffer been sort of reinforcing that message on FaceTime? Because I understand that he's still been in touch.
Yeah, he's in touch. He's filming the sessions. He's still key for what we're trying to achieve. Although he's not on the premises, he's still very much here. Like you say, FaceTime the other day, we all coming in, we saw him on the big screen, so it was nice to see him. And we had our usual meeting with him involved, so yeah, it was nice.
And can that actually give the players a lift as well? Because I imagine there's a determined mood, but sort of just that little bit of extra positivity that seeing the Gaffer would actually bring can help, can't it?
No, of course, yeah. Having his influence around the place is always going to help, especially in times like this. He was the calming influence last season towards the end, and I'm sure he'll be the calming influence this season.
Not even mentioned Morecambe yet, but I suppose they're a team not too far above you. You get on a run, there's a chance you could catch them.
No, definitely. We've just got obviously, I know it's a cliche, one game at a time, but our next win is vital. If we can win Saturday and Newport slip up, then that's major pressure. We're in the driving seat, and we ain't got to panic. Even if results don't go our way at the weekend, we're still in the driving seat. So. And like I say, don't panic and just take one game at a time, and you never know where we could end up. As long as we're above the 2 belows at this moment in time, that's the key factor.
And if teams come to Warden Road and they don't fancy the pitch, how can you make sure that you use that to your advantage?
High tempo. Obviously we're used to it, so we know all the bobbles on the pitch. We know where they are. But high energy, high tempo, and just make it a bit of a fortress. The last few games we've got left.
Thank you, good luck.
No problem, thanks.
It's certainly been an eventful first season in the Football League for you, hasn't it, Carl? And what do you think could happen over the next 6 games for you to be able to look back on it and think it wasn't actually too bad?
First of all, getting the side. I've been training hard, and I thought I was playing reasonably well before the latest suspension. Getting the side and staying the side for the next 7 games is key for me, and obviously keep the club, keep their Football League status. That'll be big for me, and obviously massive for the club.
Yeah. What about the standard then? Because when you played a part in 8 of the 9 wins, so do you think it's not the standard that's been a problem for you? Do you think you're good enough to cope with the standard of football?
Personally,
yeah.
I've felt the standard's been fine. I think we, as a whole, we struggled halfway through the season. Results, individuals form. mine included, and loss of confidence. That all come together at one time, which unfortunately went with a string of bad results. A few changes come in, and then I thought we got back on the horse and we got a few results, and we are where we are today.
Yeah, it must give you a bit of confidence that before you got the suspension, you'd either come on or played in 3 wins in a row and a draw, which was getting you there where you needed to be, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, of course. I know personally I needed them performances. I know not being in the side, obviously there's an issue with me not being in the side. So from a personal point of view, I knew I had to dig myself out of a bit of a hole and get myself back in that team. When I went on the pitch and do what I do best.
Yeah, you mentioned that you can't be pulling out a challenge or anything like that, but do you think you might have to just rein it in a bit because you've been so frustrated not to go straight flying in from the first whistle?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, it depends where it is on the pitch. It's the last tackle was on the halfway line. It was 50-50. Personally, I thought. So if there's a tackle there to be won Saturday, I'm definitely not going to shirk it or pull out any challenges. It
was quite heated up there, wasn't it, at one point with the because that again was in a similar position, wasn't it?
At Morecambe.
Yeah, their man got sent off.
Yeah, their man got sent off. I think it was a bit of a flick out at me, and then everyone's getting involved, and then their skipper went off injured. So if I do play Saturday, I think that'll be good enough for me. So I'll have to keep an eye on that.
And the manager as well. He was prowling around upstairs because he'd been sent off because of his protests after the incident.
Yeah, I think I got 2 sent off, and their skipper out injured. So like I say, it was his protest as well that didn't help their case. But like I say, it's obviously all about the game on Saturday. We're just focusing, keen on getting 3 points.
Yeah, and from what the manager said on Monday, do you think he's pretty determined to be back very soon?
No, of course, he can't leave it alone. Obviously, he's only been out of hospital a week or so. Everything's being filmed, everything goes down to his house. He's just, I'm sure he could watch Richard or Judy or something on the TV, but he's everything's all about football with him, and it's he can't leave it alone. So he'll be back as soon as he can be.
It's quite amazing, really, isn't it? How quickly I think he's probably watching stuff in his hospital bed the day after the operation, but he hasn't left it at all, as he's so obsessed with it.
He's just so obsessed with football, yeah, and obviously it's massive for him to keep his club in the Football League. So as soon as he was awake, like you say, he was watching videos and telling us where we're going wrong and we should be doing this. So like I say, he's very obsessed with football, and like we all are. So we want to keep this club in the division, and that's what we're all pulling towards.
Yeah. Cheers, Dos.
No problem. Cheers.
Cheers, Dos. Thank you.